calculating a percent. So in general, a percent can be calculated by dividing a part of something by a whole. And I'll show you what I mean. Here's an example. Caitlin scored 27 out of 36 on her social studies test. What was her percent? Well, we're going to do that by calculating or dividing the part, she got 27 on her test, by the whole, she got 27 out of a possible 36 on the test. So to calculate a percent, we divide 27 divided by 36, and we get a decimal 0.75. So division will usually turn the result into a decimal value, and to turn it into a percent, we're going to multiply by 100. So now we multiply that by 100, and we get 75%. Occasionally there will be situations where percents bigger than 100 can make some sense. Even though, we're talking about percent in terms of parts and wholes, how can a part be bigger than a whole? Well, I'll show you here. So Michael worked all summer to save up for a car. His goal was to save $1,200, but he actually managed to save more than that. He managed to save $1,650. What percent of his goal did he save? Well, now this is basically our part, and here is our whole. His whole goal was just $1,200, but he managed to save $1,650. So if we divide those, we get a decimal of 1.375, and then we're going to times it by 100, and we get 137.5%. So Michael saved, so in here the percent being bigger than 100 is telling us that Michael saved more than he needed. You'll also see this sometimes when you're comparing new values to old values. If something grows, you might see that percent rise over 100%. We're going to end on one more example here. So we have this advertisement from Thrifty Foods, and we're told the price of a cauliflower is now $2.95 each on sale, and they were originally $3.99. So we want to know what percent would we save with this deal. So we're going to be going about calculating the percent the same way, that we're going to be doing part divided by whole. And so we have to identify those parts and wholes. Well, in this case, the part is the sale price. It's like a partial price of the original price, or the whole price, of $3.99. So we're going to go about this the same way. We're going to divide that part in the whole, so $2.95 divided by $3.99, and then that's going to give us a decimal value. So if I do that, I get 0.739, and that's enough decimals for us. And then we multiply that by 100 to turn it into a percent, and we get 73.9%. If we wanted, we could round this to 74. I'll just leave it as 73.9 for now. Now this is our percent that the sale is. This is the cauliflower costs 73.9% of its original price. Now, this isn't how we usually talk about deals, especially percents. We usually talk about percents off. So what percent would you save this deal? Well, the cauliflower costs 73.9% of its original price. What percent off is that? Well, the way we do that is that the percent off is equal to, if its original value was 100%, well, now its value is 73.9% of that 100. So we subtract those two, and we find that the cauliflower is 26.1% off the original price. And so that's how you'll typically see a percent saving.